All right, so hello, my fellow nerds. How are y'all? I hope all is good. I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. I have been putting off doing this podcast for some time because one, I wanted to wait later today. Today is August 8th. It's a Sunday. I wanted to wait later today because that is when we find out, or when I found out, what the standings are for the podcast awards. I know everybody's been voting for me and voting for my friends, Mass Debaters in Comedy. And I didn't want to do a podcast until I found out what the results were. And I found out the results and I didn't make it. But my friends at Mass Debaters, they made it. They got on there and they made it for the comedy category. Well, I totally just brain farted right there. So sorry if you're watching me live. One, I have something written all over my hand and I just kind of put it to the screen. And then two, I'm kind of all over the place because I have my notes right here and then I'm checking you guys out live. There's nobody in here, but I decided to give it a shot just to see what would happen. But so yeah, that's what happened. I didn't make it, but I can't thank you guys enough for voting for me. I talked to the guy who actually found out, and talked to the guy who gifted me a nomination, and he has such a big heart, and we kind of had an hour-long conversation about it because I just felt terrible that he gifted me a nomination and I didn't make it. But there's always next year, and he said as long as I'm podcasting, he'll always do it. We kind of came to the conclusion that I'm kind of a small podcast. I don't have that many listeners. And I love the listeners that I do have, but we've come to the conclusion that it was not enough to get me into the standings, I guess you could call it, for the Podcast Choice Awards. I am totally fine with that. I love being able to talk to you guys on a personal level. I'm already kind of having my inboxes blown up with, a lot of it is just spam, and then I go through it and delete all whoever's talking to me. But anyways, so this podcast, here we go. I struggled with it a little bit. I struggled with it after I found out the standings for the awards. I'm not gonna lie, I was super bummed. It is my birthday week. It kind of gave me an even bigger reason to be bummed. My birthday, every single year, I end up doing my worst nightmare for my birthday, and it's happening again this year for the third year in a row. And so it makes me dread my birthday. And so that was just kind of even more on the birthday dreading list. But if you are a returning listener, thank you so much for returning to my podcast. It means the world to me. If you are a new listener, thank you for checking me out. Thank you for putting up with me for the next 20 minutes or so. But really, thank you for taking the time to listen to me and check me out. If you would please like and follow and subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to. Right now, I'm streaming live on YouTube, so if you're catching the live, I am using Streamlabs because I paid for it for the year and I don't use it. So here I am using it. So I have this weird funky layout. It's not even a real YouTube video. This is terrible. But if I'm paying for it for the year, I might as well use it. So, anyways. So if you're catching me live, be patient with me. If you're listening to this podcast, be patient with me. I'm sorry, I just hit my microphone. But you are listening to the Nerd in Texas podcast, this show that brings you useless information and fun facts about your favorite movies or fandoms. I am literally a nerd in Texas, and I talk about TV shows, movies, video games with my own little personal flair. I am your hostess, Chanel. This podcast is brought to you by Alamo Drafthouse, the best food, film, and drink. Their fried pickles are the bomb. They are so good. And there's something about their house ranch that makes it so much I can't, it's like chef kiss. Mwah. It's so amazing. But the fried pickles, the ranch, it's just like, you gotta do it. I'm going to see a movie there one of these days. That was what I wanted to do for my birthday. And then, of course, my family has everything screwed up. Yeah. Anyways, and I just did it again. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But anyways, it's a movie theater where they serve you food and drinks and you get to watch a movie and all that fun stuff. I have the links in my links page for gift cards, movie tickets, movie memorabilia, all that great stuff. So get on my Koji page and check it out. Now, I asked Twitter, and Twitter answered again. I did a poll for Gunpowder Milkshake, Luca, or Season 1 of Yellowstone, and I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Anyways, for Season 1 of Yellowstone, and Twitter decided on Luca, Silencio Bruno. Silencio Bruno is from the movie, in case if you haven't seen it. If you're catching it on my podcast, I'm about to do the clip. If you're catching me this on YouTube, I'm not doing the clip.
Silencio Bruno!
Silencio Bruno!
Silencio Bruno!
Silencio Bruno!
Can you still hear it?
Nope, just you!
Good! Now hang on!
But IMDb explains Luca as a young boy experiences an unforgettable seaside summer on the Italian Riviera filled with gelato, pasta, endless scooter rides. Luca shares these adventures with his newfound best friend, but all the fun is threatened by a deeply held secret. He is a sea monster from another world just below the ocean's surface. So, IMDb nails it again with a good subscription. Thank you very much. It got 7.5 out of 10 stars on IMDb. It got 91% on Rotten Tomatoes and 87% for an audience score. I don't like Rotten Tomatoes, but it's not wrong here. They did good on this one. It's so good and it's so cute. And there are about 2 well-known celebrities who are the voices in the movie. Maya Rudolph play Lucas's mom, Daniela Paguro. I can't even say it. Anyways, I'm terrible. I should have checked this out more. But anyways, she was on SNL and one of my favorite comedy movies, Bridesmaids. She played the judge in The Good Place. I loved that movie. that TV show. I watched that TV show while I was in a ethics class, and it just made watching that show 10 times better. But she was in a lot of good movies and shows, but she was also the voice of a droid in Vader Immortal on Oculus. It's a Star Wars VR experience. It's so trippy. I tried it out. My mom got my daughter a VR for Christmas, and I tried it, and it's scary also. To have Darth Vader, walk up and get in your face, and all of a sudden you're like, never mind, I can't do this. I can't fight Darth Vader. I can't do this. And you poop your pants. You're like, nope. No. But in Luca, we also have Jim Gaffigan. He plays Lucas's dad as Lorenzo Paguro. He is a comedian, and if you get on YouTube and look him up, look up when he talks about McDonald's. It's hilarious. But when I looked him up on IMDb, just to confirm certain things that I've seen him on, just because I didn't want to do that thing where I'm like, oh, well, he's in this movie, and then I realized, oh, wait, wrong guy. Sorry, my bad. So I went to look him up, and it shows that he'll be the voice of someone in a new Hotel Transylvania movie coming out. And he's going to be the voice of Van Helsing in the new Hotel Transylvania movie. So it's going to be so amazing, and that it got me so excited for that. He is the voice of Henry in Bob's Burgers, and I love Bob's Burgers. If you've ever heard me do my Linda impression, yeah, I won't do it on here because it's kind of embarrassing. But if you know me personally, you know. So let's get back to Luca. Luca is an underwater, I don't want to say a merman or a mermaid because he's not, but he's more like a serpent with scales. He lives underwater with him and his family. Every day he herds these little fish, and they're like sheep. It's so cute. Well, one day he discovers a few things on the ocean floor that kind of makes him question his life and his family. So when Luca is in the water, he is this merman serpent looking thing. And then when he's dry, he's a normal boy. And so he doesn't know that the whole time. Like the whole time he's underwater and living underwater and with his family and with his parents. And it isn't until he discovers this thing on the ocean floor and he meets this other merman looking kid. And the merman looking kid walks out of the ocean and is all of a sudden a normal boy. And it kind of blows his mind, and it makes him trip out, and he wants to do it so bad. Like, he wants to walk out of the ocean so bad, but he doesn't do it. And then the next day he like tries to do it again, and then he can't do it. And then he finally gets the courage to do it. So there he is. He's on the ocean floor, and he finally gets the courage, and he does it, and he becomes best friends with Alberto. And then Alberto and him decide to go and discover the human town in this little Italy town on the coast. And that's where they meet Julia. And it's Julia. I'm telling you, if your name is Julia and you don't tell people that you're Julia Gulia, like, you are not living life right. I want my friend, I want to be named Julia, just so I could be like, Julia Gulia. And that's from The Wedding Singer, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm tripping out about that. But, so now no spoilers because I do not want to give it away, but it leads them to learning about this little town and developing friendships and developing enemies and developing all kinds of things, and then things are happening and all that fun stuff. I'm so sorry. I gotta stop talking with my hands. Maybe I should do like one of those ASMR things. Hey nerds, you know I love helping you out. So I'm giving you a little tidbit on if you were wanting to start a podcast. I highly suggest you start it with Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. And let me explain. 1, it's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Anyways, so without spoilers, because I have a few theories I want to discuss, and it's kind of like theories that I have come up with and theories that I'm kind of like pushing up against other theories, and it's just also how I feel about it. So let's dive into it. First things first, we discovered that in the movie that Alberto is alone on this tiny little island that the fishermen for some reason do not explore. Why? It doesn't really say. It's just for some reason they don't explore where Alberto lives. He kind of lives in like I don't know, it's hard to explain. But he talks about his dad leaving and saying that he was going to come back, but he doesn't for a long time. And I forgot to mention, my cat had kittens. And they're waking up, I think. There's one kitten that I named R2 because it makes noises like when R2 gets like pushed over or when it gets hurt, and it's like, woo! Like, it's exactly what it sounds like. And that's probably what you just heard. That might have been R2. I'm not sure. So, anyways, where was I? So, my theory is Alberto's dad was caught. Like, he was caught by humans, or he died, because we know how Disney is. Disney's pretty dark when it comes to parents. They kill off all the parents. And my oldest says, no, he's just gone. Like, he's just gone. And that could be the case. He could be gone, and he just couldn't come back, or whatever reason that is, but no one knows at this point. That's just my theory. Now, there's another theory all over TikTok and Twitter that I'm not saying it's a bad theory. I'm not saying that, like, it's wrong. What I'm saying is that I don't think that's what it is. So, it's that Luca and Alberto are gay. That's R2. I don't even need to know. It's R2. And it's that they're gay and that they are a ship. Like Luca and Alberto. People ship Luca and Alberto. So, but what I think the case is here is, I mean, I saw that coming with Shira and Katra, but I don't see it here. And it's hard to explain my theory, but without giving away spoilers, if there was a second movie, Luca might get close to another girl he meets, making Julia jealous, and that creates a conflict with the two while trying to keep Luca's secret. Will make it even more of a conflict, but that's just my idea. Disney Plus, hit at me. Disney, hit at me. All that fun stuff. Lily wants to say hi really quick.
Hi.
Okay.
Do you want a kitten?
Okay, go. Alright, so, alright. Anyways, I'm actually done with this, so that's why I kind of kicked her out of here. But, I just want to say thank you for joining me on this episode of Nerd in Texas podcast. Make sure you visit my website, nerdintexas.com, or you can subscribe to the show. You can find me on all my platforms, such as iTunes, Spotify, or Google Podcasts, so you'll never miss a show. And while you're at it, if you find value in my show, I would appreciate a rating on iTunes or Good Pods or anything Podchaser. If you could leave me a review, it'd be awesome. Or if you just simply tell a friend about my show, that would help me out even more. It's also my birthday month. My birthday is next week.
And we're gonna go on a boat.
That's a whole other story that I have to talk about later. But anyways, that's the reason why I don't like my birthday. I was just about to get into something, but I didn't want to have this conversation because it just gives me all kinds of anxiety. But some listeners have actually reached out to me and said that they wanted to help make my birthday special. So I have an Amazon wish list. It's the top link in my links page. It's actually just candy and craft supplies. That's pretty much all it is. And school supplies, because I'm a college student, and I thought I was going to be taking classes this semester, but I'm not. But anyways, if you would like to send me candy or craft supplies for my birthday, like I said, I have an Amazon wish list. You can check it out. It's on the top links of my Koji page. And I'm also going to be streaming live more and more often, so make sure you follow Nerd in Texas on Facebook and watch my stream.
How can you say no to this?
This is that R2?
I don't know.
No, that's not R2. That's Ragnar.
This is Ragnar.
I named him Ragnar because he's the firstborn, and Ragnar firstborn sounds so rad.
There's like a whole bunch in there right now.
I know, I was talking about R2 earlier, but I'm also going to be streaming live more, so add me. Make sure you follow me, Nerd in Texas on Facebook. Watch me stream on YouTube. All that fun stuff. That's why I keep hitting it. It popped out. Anyways. I'm also going to be streaming, playing video games and stuff. So until then, stay nerdy. I hope you guys have a great week because it's Sunday night. I'll probably be releasing this Monday. So have a good night. Bye.